Hello, hello, hello. We are live. Let's wait until we have some people up. Ooh, everything. It's because you take all the space, Bonnie. Oh my. No one is here yet, Priya. Bonnie. Yeah. Oh, I know. Look, Priya is here. 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 Cuchi, 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 cuchi. Let's see. That's how much for me to be on time. Oh, hi Yolanda. Thank you for joining me. Hey DJ Nico, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? I often do that too, Nico. I watch on the television, on my laptop, on my mobile phone. It's quite funny sometimes. And sometimes I don't even know where to look first or what kind of infection. Are you better? Are you feeling better? Sorry. I know I can talk and you guys have to type, so it's not fast, isn't it? Oh, in your jaw. I had for a couple of months, I had an abscess here. I mean, it was the size of half of an apple. I mean, it was horrendous. And it affected my right ear as well. Yeah, well, it took me a while to go to the dentist because I'm not scared of a lot of things, but the dentist is something I really don't like. I seriously don't like. No, not at all. No. But thank you for joining. At least you don't have to talk, you just have to type, right? Oh my. I mean, everything that happens in your mouth is horrendous, I think, especially when you can't solve it yourself and you have to, excuse my language, bloody go to the dentist. My dentist is very kind, very calm. Nothing seems to, everything goes over his head. He seems not to care. And when I'm nervous or uncomfortable and scared, I talk, and I say stupid things. I don't even know what, and he doesn't even smile or laugh. I don't know. He just continues, and I'm like, oh, if only I would have a reaction out of him, you know, that would be great. But obviously, yeah, um, probably he's seen it all. Probably I'm not the only one who's behaving like that. Okay, we have 3 people watching. I don't know. Let's wait a little bit and have a chat. Thank you for being here, Nico. At least someone is talking to me. um, I can't expect everyone to turn up every time I feel like doing a live, but yeah. So I don't want to go into the first thing I wanted to talk about. Hey, Janelle, thank you for joining. How are you? We're waiting for a bit more people to start, really. So, as you can see, DJ Nico is back. Oh, oh, thank you. Okay. I told you before, Nico, me and abbreviations is not a good fit. So OFC, what does that mean? I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I can't get it. Lost all those new subs I received. Looks like it has decided to keep me around 80. Of course. Of course, it's of course. Thank you. Oh my goodness. You lost your subs. Well, you remember when Fluffer Squirrel UK did the Flufferton about, it's gonna be about 2 weeks ago. The very next day I lost about 8. No clue why anyway. But then ever since I did 2 lives, I created a short. I put some videos up. I did my last 2 videos, which I would like to talk about a little bit tonight. If there's any interest, otherwise we can talk about anything. Was my very first interview. So and that keep up. So I'm at, let me check. I'm quite impressed. I'm at nearly, let me see. I'm nearly at 1,000 views in total for across my videos. And I'm at 132 subs. So yeah. And today also I noticed my short was shown on Natalie Webster's recap. So I was quite happy. Yeah. Let me say what Janelle has to say. Sorry, Janelle. Replay. The waiting will make replay tune out. So it's good to go ahead and jump into it. That's right. That's right. We have 5 people, but I only have messages from Janelle and Nico. Yolanda was here at the very, very beginning. I don't know if she's here still. Probably. I don't think it has to do with SPTV teamed videos, Nico. As long as you post videos. I mean, there are lots of people who like the gaming stuff. I'm not into these big games. I like my little games, my stupid little games on my mobile phone. Oh, thank you, Yolanda. I thought you would still be here. So for the ones who you don't know, Yolanda is the lady I actually interviewed on Sunday afternoon. Yolanda, like me, is from Switzerland. She's Swiss German and lives in Basel. Basel is the north of Switzerland. It's at the borders with Germany. Yolanda is a part of FASA. FASA is the, let me translate it, the Free Anti-Scientology Activist Group. They actually, since, I think if I remember well what she told me, since June or May, they're now an association in Switzerland. Hi, Cricket Cinema. Thank you very much too for joining. Thank you. Yeah, so I thought I wanted to interview her because they're doing an amazing job out there. And FASA is taking care. Yellow is Swiss German. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness, you're taking me back. You, I know I'm old, but association, yeah. Since the 1st of August. No, that's when you started FASA as a group in August 2019. Yeah. So sorry, Nico put is yellow Swiss German. Yes, yellow. If for the ones who don't know, it used to be. What were they? A pop group, Yolanda? Yeah, pop group. A long, long time ago. Um, yeah, well, I know I'm old, Nico, but now you make me feel even older. They were big in the late 80s. Yeah, I think in the late 80s. That is true, Janelle. My short brought me a lot of views. That's true. Pop rock, yeah. Yeah, that's a long time ago. That's a long time ago. Um, if we get more people in, perhaps I'll share the link and perhaps some people can then come into the live later on and we can have a chat and things like that. So I'm going to stop looking at the comments for now. I know Fluffer said she would come in later on. So um, if I do check the comments, I will start storing them so that I can answer the questions later. I just want to start this with the interview. So, why did I interview Yolanda? So, first of all, because they're doing an amazing job out there. They're taking care of the German-speaking countries. So, the German-speaking part of Switzerland, and then Germany and Austria. Um, so yeah, and they've been doing a lot of things. They even went to Paris beginning of April when the new Ideal Org was when they had their grand opening out there. I think that's when actually I noticed them being there through Twitter/X. And I thought, well, we are Swiss. We had a few chats in the last few months, and we get along very well. And I thought, oh, they deserve to be known a little bit in this community as well, because they do great jobs. They're doing a lot. And who is Cricket? Oh yeah, sorry. I did say I wouldn't look at the comments, but I'm such a nosy cat. Anyway, so and also what happened is that last year, um, they had a court hearing against Scientology, or actually more the other way around. Scientology took them to court for defamation last year. But I know the interview was in German. Hi, Miriam from Scientology up north. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. So, Yolanda and Beat run this single-handedly. So, when the pandemic started, um, Scientology. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of me. I'm thinking about a lot of things in one go. When the pandemic started in 2020, so the very first lockdown in Switzerland, Scientology went out in the streets and distributed booklets or leaflets about how to keep safe and how to wash your hands, how to use or wear masks, etc., etc. And they were telling everyone that that was in collaboration with the Department of Health and, well, we would call it health and safety, but in Switzerland it's called the Department of Work and Health. And lots of little shops, when after the first lockdown finished, I think, if I remember what Yolanda told me, was 6 weeks, some shops could reopen. But like in every country, it was very, they had to, how you say that, all the safety measure had to be put in place, and lots of these shopkeepers emailed or contacted FASA to tell them, but have you heard of this, and blah 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 blah. And they were going around, in their yellow t-shirts, missionary, etc. And they had no clue. So what they decided was to actually write a letter to the Department of Work and Health in Bern. And Bern, that's where our government is in Switzerland. And um, what Yolanda told me, I was quite impressed, because um, they wrote them back about 1.5 months later, which is quite good, especially during a pandemic, just after the first lockdown. I mean, um, beautiful. And they decided, they told them, our answer is no, it's not in with our collaboration. We have nothing to do with that. And therefore, Yolanda and Beat, well, they have their website and blog. I will add it later into the description. It's all in German, by the way. But if you use Chrome from Google, you can actually have it translated. Okay. Um, and so she posted the letter, but blacked out what needed to being blacked out, and showing the response from the Department of Work and Health. And therefore, Scientology, um, um, not arrested. What did they say? Oh, I can't speak English today. That's gonna be a fun life, isn't it? Let me just check. No questions yet? No. Anyone have a question right now until I find my words in English? Thank you, everyone, for joining. I see Elron Hapkold. Oh, thank you very much for joining me. So we have the people from Denmark here. I very much appreciate you. Hi, Reed, connecting. Thank you very much. I do think you are from Australia, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Bonnie, you're taking all the space. Sorry, my dog is taking all the space. Stop snooping. Yeah, I know. Thank you, DJ. I need DJ to tell me off. At least someone does. I'll just pull up something so I can. So they took them to court for defamation. Now, you have to understand, which I didn't know because I haven't lived in Switzerland for over 25 years. So, lots of things is lost. And when I speak with my family, we don't speak about laws and things like that. So, defamation in English is the broad description, right? So defamation is defamation in English. In Switzerland, and especially in German, in the Swiss German language, even the German language, defamation is just a part of it. So the case that Scientology put against them was, a bigger thing, where you put everything that has, which is similar to defamation, is in that pot. So very, very, very big, to be honest. And so Scientology said that they defamed them, that it was not true, and things like that. So yeah, they took okay. Sie auf den Zeitungsartikel und dann zusätzlich den BAG-Brief. I don't remember that, Yolanda. But I'll just bring it in a broader way. Hi, Beat is 68. Hello, thank you for joining. Don't say too much. If you're the Yolanda Speert, don't say too much. I'm trying to explain a little bit about the interview and what we spoke about. So anyway, I'm gonna try to concentrate this a little bit, okay? Um, so what happens is that I'm not going to go into too much details, okay? There's also an article where you would find it in a shortened way on Apostate Alex wrote an article about this, and that is on his website or his blog. Um, so they didn't hear from anyone until last year, and they went to court in September. And the media or the spokesperson for Scientology in Switzerland um, came to court without an attorney or lawyer, or however you call them. Here in England, you call them lawyers, attorneys, and barristers. So I don't know which one you have to choose or which one is the right one. I'll put this as a comment later. Um, yeah, they were a bit. Yolanda said she was very worried because they have the means and everything, and they take people to court for defamation all the time, and most of the time they seem to win because they have the means and the money, etc. But the spokesperson for Scientology in Switzerland was so very sure that he turned up without anyone in his way, and um, they prepare Beat and Yolanda prepared the lawyer very well. They showed the green ethics book to her, etc. So, making a long story very short, in the end, they won it. So they won their case against Scientology. Now, what is more incredible and why I wanted to say that is I know a few people might have spoken about it on YouTube, but not a lot of people might have heard it. And I think that they deserve to be recognized for that as well. And also, most importantly, is that they are the first activists in the world that have won a case against Scientology. Can you imagine how important that is? So I think they deserve a big bravo from everyone. And because they have been through a lot. I mean, really, really a lot. I'll start. Sorry, I'm starring, so I'm not concentrating on your comments or questions. Well, I don't have many questions at the moment. Yeah, it's easy to get sidetracked, and I get very easily sidetracked because I'm nosy. I need to see. Um, anyway, let's continue. So, what else did I wanted to say with that? That is, Yolanda spoke about this in the second part of the interview. So that's the part that I um, posted yesterday. And I know the interview was done in German, in High German. I was so nervous, High German is so difficult for me, but I did my best. And But I found out someone emailed me saying, Bridget, and I'm like, yes. You can change the subtitle to be auto-generated to English. So some people told me as well, you need to change to slow down a little bit the speed of the video, and then so you can better understand the subtitles. And we all know the subtitles on YouTube are not exactly amazing. I mean, it made me really laugh because YouTube English subtitle translated my name into Bricky, Bricky. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly like Bridget, right? But that was funny. But you can get a gist out of it. So I was really, really happy that she took so much time on a Sunday to give me personally the opportunity to do my very first interview. Um, I learned a lot, and I do have to apologize to Yolanda because I think no, I don't think I did stop the recording without giving her the opportunity to say goodbye and give the last word. So I learned something not to do that in the future. So I hope I won't do that again. And if I ever do it again, uh, yeah, yeah. So let's have a quick look. Do we have some more people that have joined? Okay, I'm trying to do this like that. DJ Nico. It is a bit strange, but people create words and more description for what matters more, like the Inuits have several words for snow and ice. Well, yeah, I agree, but every language is different, right? So, German language is even more complicated. I mean, I know I did all my schools in German. Um, I learned to write and to understand English better than I ever did German. When you grow up in the in the German speaking part of Switzerland, Swiss German is our language, and unfortunately there's no grammar, there's no rules, so you can write it and speak it the way you want. So it's a bit difficult to, and then yeah, and that is the reason why we speak and learn everything in High German. So but for the real Swiss German, I'm not Swiss German, I'm Swiss French. So for me, it was even double more complicated because at home we spoke French, then you go to school, you speak Swiss German with your mates, and then in school itself while learning it's High German. So it's a lot for young kids, right? But hey, I survived it, so who cares, right? So yeah, every language is different. Let's show this. Well, I haven't contacted. So Rachel says any protests happening in Edinburgh at any time soon. I might tag along. Um, Joe and Mena have said they would like to come to Edinburgh. I haven't heard from them, so I might actually get in touch with them and see what we can do. For now, the only Saturday I can't do is the 17th of August. We might also. Who else said would like to might want to come up to Edinburgh? Helicopter, but that might be a bit more complicated. She has probably more to do than I have, but we will see. Uh, yeah, we have to see. I mean, August is important in Edinburgh. They might be probably wandering around with the anti-drugs campaign like they do at the Olympic Games in France. So it might be worth for me to go and check this out in town and see if they are actually wandering around. Rachel, I'll write your name down, and or you send me an email. If you look at the description of my channel, there's my email address. Or it's very simple, et voilà Brigitte, in one word, at outlook.com. Okay. Next one. This is Beat. Say hello to Beat, everyone. Beat is Yolanda's husband, part of FASA as well. No, I thank you guys. As Yolanda explained to me, it was extremely nerve-wracking. I understand. And do think about something when you see all the guys in America going to court and everyone is donating money for them to be able to pay attorneys fees and etc etc. They didn't have that in Switzerland, or very minimal. They it was all on their own money. They had one person that I know of that provided them with some money, but not a lot, but enough to find a good lawyer. So that as well, it's different than in other countries where people donate left, right, and center. So let's see. Let's see what DJ has. In medicine, a lot is in Latin or Greek. Many things in science are French. Law, don't know, but they use Latin for law. That I know for sure. Um, Science, French, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not a science girl, to be honest with you. I'm technical, DJ. I'm technical. Scientology Upnews is saying, is Edinburgh class 5? I don't, first of all, Miriam, I'm sorry, I have no clue what class 5 is. I don't really know what Edinburgh Scientology is. I only know there's one tiny little door in Edinburgh. So I really need to go and check this out as soon as possible. I just have quite a few things that has happening in my life that I need to sort out, that are at the moment slightly a bit more important than what I'm doing here on YouTube, but I'm doing my best. But I don't know what class 5 is, sorry. So I don't know. I don't know. Cricket Cinema says, my 10th grade grandfather was Swiss French. Blimey, that's far back. So I suppose if you know that he was your 10th great grandfather, you're probably into genealogy. I am too. I like my stuff. I did my DNA test and everything. Lucas here. Hello, my lovely friend. Fluffus Crew is here. She says, sorry I'm late. We don't mind. I'm happy you're here. Don't worry about. So continue. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better too, Fluffer. We know what did you do again with your back? Wasn't it on Saturday? Was it Saturday or Friday? I can't remember when you went live last. I don't even know which day we are today, so you can see. And actually, I just look at the date. Oh, today would have been my dad's 88th birthday. So happy heavenly birthday, Daddy. Let's class 5 or even that. I don't know what that is, Miriam. I'm sorry, I'm stupid, but I'm more interested to get Scientology down. But I can find out. I can find out. Someone will tell me. Oh, an ideal org. I don't think it's an ideal org, because an ideal org would have something more important. But you know what? I did some investigation last week, actually. And I think I read an article where they said they would actually move into a building somewhere completely different in Edinburgh than where they are now. But that has never happened. Didn't find any articles saying Scientology opened their doors to another building. So I don't know. It's perhaps something like other places as well. But I still investigate, even though that at the moment I do try to investigate France, the French speaking part of Switzerland and Belgium. But I do investigate about Edinburgh too. Hi, Wolf Machine. Thank you for joining. Wait a second. You guys are a bit fast now, said it. Well, okay, this is not working. Oh, okay. Like I said, we don't have to talk only about the interview. I just wanted to give a bit of an overview. I want to get a DNA test to see if my ancestry research is accurate or not. I have to be honest with you. My family tree is quite, I don't want to say big, but it's quite impressive from my eyes. The DNA test hasn't given me very much. And therefore, well, I was hoping, that I would be something exotic, something like Russian from the Tsars, those times, no, no, nothing. But it told me that I'm 70% North European. Well, when they say North European, actually North is more, Scandinavia, which is not a part of my um, the DNA test. It's more France, Belgium. Well, this part of France that is next to Belgium, because my dad was from Belgium. And then I have another, I don't remember, Switzerland, obviously, but it doesn't really say Swiss German, Swiss French. Oh, anyway, my mom is Swiss French, so I am Swiss French. Um, it does state as well that I am around 25% Iberian, so that would be Spanish and Portuguese. I'm 50 plus. I'll try to learn Spanish many times. It doesn't come out of me. So I don't know where that Iberian stuff comes from. Um, and I'm 5% Italian. You see, I would have thought 25% Italian and perhaps 5% Iberian, because I speak Italian. When I start speaking Italian, I speak with my hands and feet. So, but it's there. So that's already good. What else? Um, and that's about it. Then I didn't find any direct, how you say that, people that shared the DNA. Yeah, I have tons of people that might be my fourth, fifth cousin. I don't know how many times removed, which I still don't understand. So if you have to start messaging 100 people to figure out if you have anything in common with them, is complicated. So this DNA test, I done it with my heritage. I just received a kit for my ancestry because I think my ancestry.com might have more people looking for other people. So who knows? I will do that, and then I can compare. But it's interesting anyway. Thank you. Um, okay, I'll put this up here. I like that you are never in. What do you think that you can reach? Do you mean me, or do you mean anyone in the chat, or the chat in general? So what I want to reach is very simple. If you mean me, Beat, it's very simple. I want to get this bloody thing, like I call Scientology, down. Mm. Who has a birthday? Wolf Machine, is it your birthday today? Well, happy birthday if it's your birthday. I hope everything goes well. Okay, let's see what Fluffer has to say. My mom is Irish and my dad is brown and adopted, so we didn't know. My DNA test said I'm 1% more Nigerian than my dad, though. Go figure. Genes are weird. Yes, I suppose they are weird. Yeah. There is a website actually based in Switzerland and it's called mytrueancestry.com. Now, you can join for free and you can upload the results of your DNA test. And their database is all about the DNAs that has been taken or the DNA samples that were taken from skeletons that were found in archaeological sites throughout the world. And that's quite impressive. I mean, um, excuse my language, but I'm bloody more British and Scottish than most of you are. But yeah, I have something in common with the British royal family, some of the old German royalties. I have something in common with the Romanovs. So that's the exotic part I was looking for. The Romanovs from Russia. Uh, uh, what else? Clans in Scotland. I mean, it's very interesting, and they do lots of different things. It's really good. It's good. It's good. And then naturally, certain results are not shown. Then you have to start upgrading and paying. So I didn't go that far. So, um, but it's interesting, and it shows on maps and things like that. Have a look at it. Yeah, genes are weird. I agree. Wolf Machine, I suggest use the ancestry one. Yeah, Beat, you mean me. So yeah, like I said, what do I want to reach or what is my goal is obviously I can't do it single-handedly, but I want to be a part of it and is to get this bloody cult down the hill. So that's about what DJ says. Um, I think if we get Scientology down first, every other cult might be easier to get down as well. Ooh, DJ's birthday's next week. And I think in 2 or so weeks is Fluffer's birthday, right? Look, who is going to Sweden for his party? Yay! I said Sweden, not Switzerland. I haven't read it, so I'm putting it up. Oh, poor him. Yeah, that must have been a bit disappointing. I mean, he's probably a proud Danish man, right, Marilyn? But I know when when I got the results, I was like, okay, when am I gonna press that button, because I was hoping, yeah, like I said, I was hoping from some exotic stuff to pop up. So um even though, yeah, I also have, I think, 10 or 15% east of Europe, so around Hungary, that part. And that matches a little bit as well with my paternal grandmother used to tell us. So, yeah, but still, it doesn't help me very much. I don't know where to take it from there. So I do research, like I do research for how you say that, with my research online for Scientology in certain countries. I do in the same way. I use a lot also the database of the Latter Day Saints, which is, they actually separated it from the church. It's actually a separate website now. It's called, I think I have it here, family. No, that's my heritage. Here, no, I can't find it. Oh, here, no. Yeah, okay, I will find out for you. It's called something like my family. Yeah, I will say that later. um It sounds delicious to me too, Fluffer. I agree 100%. Let's see what Cricket says. I will be 61 in a couple of weeks. 60 plus in my dad's family is ancient. I'm getting to see my family cranking out babies. Ooh. Look, I'm in my late 50s. We are the new young now. We are not that old. Even though there are days I feel really, really old. Okay. This is a really nice live today. Anyone wants to jump in and say hello? Or anyone has any more questions? Especially when it comes to um, FASA in Switzerland, or is there any questions about? Oh, by the way, um, for the ones who might have seen the video from Aaron from growing up in Scientology, where he seems to think that the Minister of Culture, the lady who Rashida Dati, who actually gave Tom Cruise. Yes, I'm talking about Tom Cruise, but anyway, this, it's not a medal, it's an award of some kind of Knights of the Letter and Arts. Um, I still don't believe it, but anyway, um, is the mother or is related to someone who is in Scientology. Um, I done a little bit of research, and I do not think she's related to someone in Scientology, but I haven't it confirmed yet, so I'm still digging and digging. But for the ones who remember and might have followed a little bit of France's um, politics in the last 20 years, they had a president called Sarkozy. It's the guy who married his third wife was um, oh, I can't remember her first name, but Bruni. She's Italian singer, etc. Well, half Italian, French singer, and a model. Quite a nice, good-looking lady. But his second wife, Cecilia Sarkozy, sorry, I was thinking about Swarovski, the bling. um, she was fond of Scientology. That's what I found out until now. And these two ladies were somehow friends. That's all I could find out for now, but I am hoping I find a little bit more. It's quite intriguing what this means. Ooh. Fluffer says, when is your next interview? Well, I don't know. I haven't figured out or found anyone who wants to be interviewed, even though that I have received some really good comments that apparently I'm a good interviewer. So I really hope I am. Um, I don't know. I have ideas, but as I'm not very well known in the community, it's a bit difficult. Um, there's someone in France I would love to interview, but that would be probably in French unless that person speaks English. Um, if I can learn that, then I don't know. I really don't know. But I really would like to interview someone one day that is an ex Scientologist. But I don't want to ask questions about the OT levels and all that stuff. I find it very complicated to understand. And I really don't really care about this stuff. I understand that the people who have grown up in it, for them it's very easy to understand because they didn't know anything else, right? So it was easy to understand. I don't get it. I don't, the bridge to freedom or happiness or whatever it is, good for them. But yeah, I just want to ask simple question with simple English words, right? I find that these days people are throwing all these big intelligent words out there, and no, I just want to speak, have a chat, and talk perhaps about mental health, what that involves, how they manage to live their life outside. Is this world actually as bad as it was described, or is it as beautiful as what you imagine it to be? I mean, for everyone, even the ones who've never been in a cult, life is tough, right? Life is tough. You have to work hard and for to get to where you are now. That's how I see it. But I want just a nice interview, a nice chat, ask simple questions. And I already decided that I would have 5 questions, which I would always ask the same ones to ex Scientologist, and then take it from there. And whatever they tell me, or then I can ask other question in between. But I would always ask the same 5 questions. I don't know what they are yet, but I'm working on it. But give me a second. I talk too much. I forgot I'm on my own. Okay. Bonnie is taking so much space. Here we go. Let me go back up into this chat. You all so busy now. Thank you so much, everyone. Here we go. Next one. I haven't read it yet. I'm looking into some front groups in Denmark. Is anyone doing similar work for UK, France, Switzerland? I haven't started that yet. I'm just trying to get contacts in Belgium, in France. Swiss French part is a bit difficult because ex Scientologists, for example, are very scared and they don't speak out. So the front groups, probably they are the same as in other countries. So we see it with France at the moment. It's the anti-drug front. Switzerland, when you, I just say that because I see the word Switzerland here. What is important that in the first part of my interview with Yolanda, I asked, for me, it was a very important question to ask. I said, with all the work you're doing, and when I go through your blog and what you put out there, if it's in Switzerland, Germany, or Austria, what is happening, etc., how come you guys don't have a YouTube channel? And she said, well, that's the thing. In Switzerland, the laws are very, very tough when it comes to YouTube or any kind of things or platform like YouTube. And that is, for example, if they would go protest, they would and they would actually record a video. So life would be even practically impossible, because if they would record, say first, just record a video, they have to blur out people's faces. They have to blur out any passerbys. Can you imagine? So you take a 5 minutes video, you record a 5 minutes video, and I don't know why I repeat everything. Sorry, I'm not Gaga. And then you have to start editing it and blurring everyone's faces. Also, when they speak about someone in a video, they can only name their first name and the first letter of their last name. So it's not like we're talking about David Miscavige, Tom Cruise, this and this. It's not the same. The laws are very tough in Switzerland. So they rather um, do videos with pictures, composite videos like that. But they mainly run their website and their blog. But we can talk about it, Miriam, one day. I know I told you I would email you, but I'll come to that as well soon. Fluffer says it's on her to-do list for the UK. Good girl. And Reconnecting says we're trying to get a list of the firm groups in Australia. Well done. This is something we could also post on the SPTV Space resource page. I think it would be good because I can't remember everything. Janelle, thank you. Carla Bruni. You see, I remember Bruni, but I didn't remember her first name. Thank you. Interview Fluffer. They love interviews. I will interview Fluffer, but then people would say, "Oh, it's because you two are working on the SPTV.space. You're giving." I will interview her one day, but I'm trying to get an ex-Scientologist in first. But I will definitely, if she lets me as well, because she's great. You guys don't know how great she is. You could make different playlists for, yeah. I thought about it. Look, I'm saving so many videos. I have tons of playlists which are private that you can't see. So it will happen. I still haven't done a recap in French for one of Aaron's videos. To be honest with you, the videos are at the moment not, sorry, it's gonna sound stupid and unkind, but they don't come across as interesting for me. But I'm trying. I just don't know yet how to do it. I have ideas, but I don't know how to do it at the moment. But I will try to do it. But last live, I asked you guys to help me and put comments in the live afterwards and tell me or put the link in of a video that you think would be good to have it translate, well, not translated, but like a recap for the French speaking people, or even the German speakers. So um that I haven't, I'm still thinking about it, and I will do it. I'm just, yeah, slow. um, what did Yolanda tell you? Oops, I clicked twice. Make a video on the topic soon. What did Yolanda tell you? I missed something. I must have missed something. Okay, don't worry. I'm just being curious. Uh, okay, I'm not sure I understand what you ask. What you, Bridget, want to know from your point of view. It is your channel. Yeah, I know, but I like to share everything with everyone. Look, I'm just starting, right? I might change. I might change what I'm saying now in a few months' time. I don't know. Perhaps in a few months' time, I'm perhaps annoyed about something, or I don't want to continue, or it takes too much of my time. At the moment, like I said, I'm unemployed, and I decided that I worked way too hard in the last 10 years, that I deserve a break. That gives me the time to do the investigations and play around. I mean, I love creating my videos, really, but it takes time because I'm a perfectionist, and then you have to slide this thing. Yeah. Um, I'm getting there, DJ. Yes, it is my channel, yeah, but we'll get there. Okay, let's. Mm, I would love to chart and map all their safe pointing so we can expose it all over the world. Safe pointing, I don't understand what you mean with that. If you can elaborate, but then it will end up at the end of the chat. I will get there if you reply. Thank you. I'm not reading. I'm just putting them up. Okay. Cricket says I like many people having a particular interest or way of approaching. It makes for varied. I'm interested in the early history, for example. Yeah, there are. I mean, I saved many, many, many. I have a playlist. Well, it's private to me, but which documentaries about Scientology and L. Ron Hubbard. There, I was watching that during the pandemic and things like that, and then more like last year. So perhaps if you're interested, I can create a public one and put the documentaries from the early years in there. If that interests anyone, has nothing to do with me. It's just the documentaries that I saved, because you never know. Perhaps I'm going to have a future project and I need informations, and the best information comes from documentaries, I think. And I love watching documentaries about all the topics that I'm interested in. So Wolf Machine says fluff is more interesting than they like to admit. Well, I agree on one thing with you, is that Fluffer is extremely interesting. She's a lovely person. I really like her. She has so many ideas. We seem to have the same kind of brain. We have lots of ideas, imagination, and uh, if she writes it to me, I don't understand. Then I have a chat with her, and then everything comes clear. So you see, we all have our. But then I don't understand the second part of your sentence. Then they like to admit who. Fluffy is always interesting and such a creative soul. Yes, I mean, she's so good at what she's doing. I really hope that one day she will do some kind of painting of my bunny so that I have something to remember Bunny. Oh, look, my bunny is nearly 14. She's here. She's as young as she was when I got her when she was 2.5. But yeah, you never know. But I would love to have a painting of Bunny. Oh, Fluffer, we all appreciate you as well. Really. Could it go in calls to action? Fluffer screen. Oh, that's Fluffer who says that. Um, well, the comments are coming in a bit in different order, so I don't know what could go into calls to action, but anything that needs action should go in there. So if you can tell me later, that would be great. You see, this one, anytime. Anytime what? You see, I'm missing something, and I don't like missing stuff. Ooh. Ask Elron Hapgold. I'm sure he will do an interview with you. That would be great. Yes, I will ask him. That I never thought about him. Thank you. Yes, and someone from Europe as well. Yes, I will ask him. Thank you, Miriam, for giving me this good. You know what? I'm gonna have to start writing down my stuff because I'm getting old. Now, what did you say? Yeah, and okay, here we go. Thank you, Mir. Ow, gee, that hurt. Ow. Okay, let's go on. I wish I could translate some of German news videos to English. Well, email me. We can try to. We could do. We could collaborate on this if you would want. It might be a good idea. You can email me. Um, I'll put it in the comments. I forgot. I just noticed I could comment. um, Here we go. Cricket. With a great focus on words, I always wonder what went on behind the scenes when signed or materials were first translated from English. Well, we heard from everything that people have found in the bins or dumpsters outside certain places in America. I mean, I wouldn't understand a word if we didn't had the ex-Scientologist translating it into a normal English that everyone understands. I don't think we would understand it, right? So yeah, I don't know. Let's go on. Thank you, Yolanda. I just mean Fluffy is very humble. Yeah, I agree with you. She is. She doesn't know how amazing she is. She really doesn't know. DJ Nico says safe money is a huge problem, but worth knowing more about. They form cooperation and relations with politicians, police, and people in important positions and use them as shields or unknowing agents. That's interesting. But to be honest with you, I don't think I'm the person to do something like that because I don't know where to start, where to finish. I'm not good at things like that. But DJ, go for it. If you need help for anything, I can help, but I wouldn't know where to start this. For people to research front groups, etc. Oh, thank you, Fluffer, to answering that question for me. Calls to action for people to research front groups, etc. Yeah. Well, I have to say, we can put it there. We need to discuss that. I mean, I do not receive very much suggestions for new resources lately. Everything that I have received in the last 2 weeks, I'm how you say that, I'm double checking everything, and most of it goes into the database. So yeah, we can discuss if you don't mind. Fluffer, you're invaluable for the movement. I totally agree with you. Without her, we wouldn't have sptv.space. And without Xenius as well, right? Because she's the technical genius behind it. Oh, you are. You are. Yeah, Brad sent me an email with links. I need to check it because, just getting a website link is good. But that means it gives me more work to do because um, I need to. I put the link in, but then I need to put information to it. And if it's, say, something about a specific town, then I need to check out what is the address. Do they have opening time? This is taking a lot of time for me. So if I only get a web link, then it's just a link. I need to look at it. I need to look what the information is. Is it specific to a location or not? Etc. Etc. So it takes a lot of my time. And like I said, I have a few personal issues that need to be solved at the moment, that I'm on the phone all the time at the moment. So, private at the moment gets a little bit more importance. So yeah, it's taking a lot of time for me to do all this. But I'm doing it. It's just I'm not that quick at the moment or fast. Yeah, I think I might actually do a short video about, well, not a short, but a video about the database. And Rika was the one who I got information first for Portland, for example. And it was the name of the charity association or whatever. She put the address in, she put the telephone number in, what it is for, blah, 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 blah. So that was really good. But she didn't add website, so I only had to search for the website and perhaps additional information, so it cut that, and now I'm just getting links. So we might actually change the how you say that, the form. Oh, how you say that? So when you're on SPTV space, you go to resources, and then what is it called? Let me see. I have it on my mobile phone. Submit a resource. It's called submit a resource, and then perhaps I can get it changed. That might be uh, a good idea. Uh, Bridget, I sent you a list about front groups in Switzerland, Germany, and Austria. Thank you very much. Perhaps we can create, if Miriam is still here and listens, perhaps we could create a Google sheet and share it for the ones that want add front groups in. I don't know if that's a good idea. Thank you very much, Yolanda. I appreciate you very much. Let's see what Fluffer says. Seniors could possibly make a questionnaire type thing to fill out on site to ask all the needed questions. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Great minds think alike, Fluffer. um, Yolanda says it's a good idea. Yeah, I think the Google Sheet is a good idea because, as well with the database, with time, if there are more people coming and say, I want to help, or I have perhaps an hour every weekend to spare to do research, then we can give these people access to the database, which is actually, not a real database in that sense. It's a Google Sheet, and I can share it with people who can then add stuff themselves. So that would take some of my other duties for sptv.space resources time. So thank you, Miriam. Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at what Yolanda sent me. I'll put it in a Google Sheet, and then I can share it with you guys and show you and see if there's anything more or less that needs to go in there, and then we'll take it from there. And then one day is enough information. We could. I don't know if. Do you think you want to have it on the resource page or not? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Everyone is sleeping around. Oh no, you're awake, pussycat. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Miriam. I have research background in social science, but my skills are applicable to most topics, area of interest. I can totally volunteer my time. Wolf Machine, yes. Send me an email. We can have a chat at some stage and see what interests you, or what do you want to do, or I can say what I need. And also, what was it? You see, I'm losing the plot. I'm an old woman. What did you say? Oh yeah, about the translate of some of the German news videos. So yeah, let's have a talk soon. Quite happy to do a collaboration with you. No problems. Would love it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so how long have we been here? Anything else? Anyone has any more questions? I mean, Yolanda is still here, even though it's nearly 11 p.m. in the UK. It's nearly midnight for her and for Miriam as well. Oh, let me. Mm. Oh, that's nice. Yolanda, by the way, I told my mother about the new Coke Zero Lemon. As I told you on Sunday, you know what she said? Oh, we in Switzerland, everything is so slow. We don't have it. And I said, you probably didn't know it existed, so you wouldn't know it's there. Oh, my mother has ideas sometimes. But hey, guys, um, my mom is turning 90 at the end of October. She still drives her car. She's very opinionated. She's 100 times more funny than me, or funnier than me. Um, yeah, she's a tornado, like some people have called her before. You, oh, well, Yolanda, you will meet her one day. You will have a good laugh. I tell you, you wouldn't know me. You don't want to know me afterward. Just want to talk to her. Yeah, I understood. I understood, Yolanda. Anyway, I don't want to keep everyone away from whatever they have to do. I appreciate you, Fluffer, for coming on again. Also, anyone who needs a mod, I'm quite happy to mod. I will always follow your direction. It's your channel, not mine. I have learned it with Fluffer, so I mod on Fluffer's channel. But she always starts her paint and ponder on a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. So I wake up, it's 8:05, and I'm like, oh, life. Um, but she never asked me to be awake at 8 o'clock and in her life. But I try because it's always fun, the chat. It can be emotional. And then we watch them creating some amazing art. Tilty Bird as well does amazing stuff. I did promise Fluffy that one day I will do a paint and ponder, but I still need to sort out my house. And as soon as my house is sorted, I think my mind will be sorted as well a bit more. And then I'm probably gonna be able to find. I do know I have some papers and things like that. So yeah, I will do it one day. Uh, Natural life. Yep. If I see you in my life, I will give you a wrench. That's fine, DJ. I will try to come onto your lives once in a while. Like I said, me and big games is not my. I can watch for about 10 minutes, but then yeah, it's I'd rather play the game than to watch someone playing it, if that makes sense. Um, but I will return, and everyone tell DJ to feel better soon. Hope you don't have to go back to the dentist again. I tell you, for me, it's horrendous. I have a dental surgery in about 2 weeks' time, less than 2 weeks, 2 weeks' time, and I'm dreading it like hell. So um, all the best, DJ. I hope you feel better soon and that the infection clears. So we're down to 5 people. Anyone has any other questions? That was a great chat, actually. We spoke about the interview. We spoke about this is again another word I can't pronounce properly. Family trees. That's easier. um, family trees. Yeah, perhaps one day I might actually show you. Um, I have some funny. I mean, this is only about my paternal side because my mum, um, even though she might have met her mother once or twice when she was a child, she was in foster care, and she was in that sense lucky that she was in foster care with the same elderly woman for the age of 2 till the age of 17 or 18. So um don't have much information on my mother's family side, so it's very difficult for me to get anything out of there. My dad's side, Belgium, um I have a lot. I discovered things. My granddad's father, so my great grandfather, has the most beautiful first name. And I've never heard this name anywhere else in the world. Um, and his name sorry, Cleofa. I just found it beautiful. In these days, if someone would name their son Cleofa, everyone would call him Cleo, right? So let me. Night, night, Miriam. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you. Um, yeah, so I think once in a while it would be, I think I might actually do different videos, give me sometimes a break from Scientology. I do also do a break sometimes on YouTube and watch other things. I came across um not a specific channel, but I noticed there are lots. I love my classical um, movies, American movies. The golden age area of Hollywood. This kind of movies, with Marilyn Monroe and Rock Hudson and Doris Day and Clark Gable, and this kind of movies. And sometimes I don't even have to look, they just pop up. And I watch a movie in between. And but then I think yesterday I didn't watch anything Scientology related. And then this morning I come across a tiny video from Tori Magoo. And then she says, back from LAPD. And I'm like, what now? So something happened at the blue building, and well, nothing drastic, but still. So strange guys sitting there, um, being actually quite nasty to all of them. But then, because it was just such a short video from Tori, I noticed that in one corner of the video, Jessica Palmadessa was there. So I want to get her life from last night to figure out what happened so that I could actually understand why the LAPD turned up. So, yeah, you can't take a break from anything because then suddenly you find out another time the police turned up. So, yeah, they don't seem to catch a break anywhere, right? But it's slowly time that the police and higher up ranked people in government, and doesn't matter, not only the US, everywhere, they have to stop shielding Scientology, right? They don't give them that much. Oh, hello, new name. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for joining. Yeah, new name. I agree with you. He was such. I actually still don't understand why not one of these police officers said something to him. He suddenly shouted, said, Solomon, Solomon. Next time I see you after 10 p.m. around here without a helmet, I call CPS. You know how dangerous this is to say that and to threaten with CPS on a 17-year-old boy? I used to do that too when I was still working. Sometimes I needed a break, especially when I don't know how many of you did that or not, but uh, what are we, 2024? So, yeah, 2 years ago when there was the Johnny Depp uh, hearing in, where was it? In Virginia, I think, against his ex wife. And their court hearings were starting at 2, well, hearing the trials, right? The trial. So they were starting at 2 p.m. UK time. Obviously, I was working, but I worked for the last 5 years from home. So um, I had on one screen, I had YouTube on without, well, with not muted, but with the sound a bit down, because some of the things were actually quite boring. But then when I got really, really busy, I couldn't do that. And then I had to replay it in the evening. And I always watched it with Emily D. Baker. That's how I came across her channel at the time. And it was a great thing because she explains the law, how, why, etc. And she's funny anyway. She's funny. She gives you, law can be very dry and boring, and she makes it very interesting. So let me see. Hello, the Journey 2020. Thank you for joining. Um, I appreciate you. In and out, but they recommended to S&T. It happens, and they should get a restraining order. Yeah, would that help? I don't know. I think they're handing out restraining orders in LA like candy. But yeah. Did you watch on eBay history? Yeah, I watched the entire Johnny Depp trial on Emily D. Baker's stream. Thank you for appreciating me, the journey. Um, I'm trying to scratch my brain. Not sure if I've ever seen your name somewhere, but if I did and I forgot, I apologize. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Um, yeah, that's how I came across as well. I love watching trials, but only the ones that I'm really interested in. Obviously, I've always been a Johnny Depp fan. Um, Not that I've seen all of his movies, but I just like him. And look, he's in my age bracket, and I always fancied the hell out of him. But um, being a survivor of DV, I thought, well, I want to watch it. Johnny Depp or not Johnny Depp, if he really done what he's done, then he needs to pay. So that's why I wanted to watch it and um, get to my own conclusions, right? And as soon as she was on the witness stand and she told some stupid stories that I'm like, guys, I always watch a lot because I find her funny, Judge Judy. And she always says, when something doesn't make sense, it's usually not true. So that is something that always stuck in my mind. Okay, we have more life coming into the chat. Thank you. You okay, you all see the chat, but Wait, I'll come to you back, you name here. Bye bye, Yolanda. Thank you so very much for joining. I really appreciate you, and I know it's late for you. Good night, and I'll speak to you soon, okay? Okay, so go back to Tori can use her age like for even if temporary. That is correct. I agree, but I don't think Tori would. She looks frail, but she's a badass, right? I don't think she would take a restraining order. Solomon is another story. I got really annoyed with what he said about CPS, that guy. But he's not 100% up there either. I mean, it was very strange, very strange. Yeah, here we go. You know, what wouldn't I do without Fluffer in my SPTV life? Degenerate audits Sacramento and makes informative videos and supports in many chats. Thank you so much for the information. I do appreciate that, Fluffer. Sacramento, you wouldn't believe it, but I went to Sacramento. It's one of the most beautiful place um, in a kind of historical way. So uh, I don't know if I'm saying it right. And it's been, oh, wait, when did I go? The year of my, well, no, I'm not going to say this. Yeah, well, it's nearly 28 years I've been to San Francisco and Sacramento afterwards. I had a friend, a French friend, that lived in Sacramento and was studying American history. And he lives now in Utah with his family. His wife is American. He took he was living in Sacramento, so I went to visit him after I done some, touristic stuff in San Francisco. I think it was my very first trip, all on my own, and yeah, let's go back to that. And I don't know, it's probably the center of Sacramento, and you feel like you're walking either onto a movie set or you feel like you're walking straight into the Wild West. Western, it's like a Western movie. The buildings are like that. The people, you go into a shop, they're dressed like, the little house on the prairie. I mean, it was it was beauty. I loved that. I thought it was amazing. It's beautiful. I hope they kept it like that. Like I said, that was 28 years ago. It feels like yesterday. I still see everything. Let me see. Where am I? Yeah, but then someone can hang with her and then he's protected too. Yeah, I agree with you. But I don't think, I know we all worry about Solomon, but think about this boy is more intelligent and than we all think. Look what he's done all on his own without the help of anyone to get this restraining order to protect his mother against I don't want to say the name, but you all know who I'm talking about. um I don't think he needs any help from anyone. But it's always good to know that there are people there where he is. Because one day someone bad can turn up. That is true. Well, the journey. I'm using. Oh, well, you can see it at the top right hand corner. Well, no, you see. Oh, that's not a mirror, huh? Okay, so here, you see. So I'm using StreamYard It's very easy because I still don't seem to be able to stream live with YouTube and my laptop. Everything else works. So StreamYard is now my favorite. So when you go with your mouse over a comment, you will see a plus sign and show. You just click on the comment and then it pops up on the screen. I hope I said it um, correctly for you. Otherwise, the journey we can try to. No, no, that's not gonna work. I don't know. Um, well, I have nothing more to say unless someone has any more questions. I know we're gone down in viewers now, but or unless someone would like to come on and show their face and have a chat, I don't mind. Otherwise, we can keep this for another live. I think the next live I would, unless something pops up, but I want to do something completely different. And I talk a lot about Switzerland, etc. So I thought that perhaps. So when I was working for the company that just laid me off, the previous team I was in, uh, when we started working from home, that was a year before the pandemic. Um, we did every Wednesday morning. It was about half an hour. Hello, how are you? We were showing our faces, not to feel too separated from each other. And then it turned into, oh, well, we'll give someone the floor every week, someone different, and they're showing something. So creating a PowerPoint with the topic of their choice, a holiday they wanted to show or something like that. And I did a lots of things about either Switzerland, or I did one about Belgium. I did other topics, and everyone loved it. We all loved it, and I missed that a little bit. So perhaps I could do a live about that. Yeah, I was gonna do it on Friday, but I'm sorry, on Friday evening, which will be 7 p.m., which would be 2 p.m. somewhere in America, where, well, Massachusetts, which I follow the Karen Reed debacle out there. So there's the hearing for dismissal this Friday. So yeah. I think I'm gonna do this on Saturday evening, perhaps actually late evening. I don't know yet. Um, yeah, perhaps late, so everyone can go to bed, and then it's Sunday the next day, and they don't have to go to work and get up early. So, yeah, I might actually do that. Ooh, next weekend. Do you mean the weekend of the 17th of August? I'll be in town the 17th of August. I'm meeting my friends for lunch, but I don't know if I'll be in town or in Leith at the moment. I don't know that yet. If that's the weekend of the 17th, we could meet. Ooh, we could go into town and check out if the Blue Smurfs are around. Old Town. Yeah, Old Town Sacramento. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Has Western cowboy feels and train. Oh, the train. I won't forget the train. Yeah, I really thought John Wayne was gonna appear somewhere. even though at the time he had already passed. Yeah, I know he's only 16, and yeah, I agree when he speaks. But hey, at 16, 17, not a lot of boys that age are mature, right? I mean, I remember my brother at that age. I mean, he thought he had an ego as big as a house. He thought he knew everything better. Actually, that hasn't changed. But sorry, Christian. And he thought he owned the world. Good for him, but maturity was not something that he knew he had. Honestly, no. Oh, working. What are you working? Tell me in a pub. Can have a cocktail. I don't drink alone at home, so when I finally see people, the first thing I want is a cocktail, espresso martini, or if not, uh, uh, vodka and coke. Well, new name. Can you email me? We can figure something out. That would be great. Would love to meet someone from the community. I hope one day I will meet Fluffer in person. Seriously. Good. But still, tell me what you're working at. Where? What? When? I told you guys I'm very nosy. I'm very curious. I want to know. Until the person tells me, shut up, it's none of your business. Then I'll stop. And I'll find someone else to tell me. Okay, so let me think. Wow, I've been talking practically nonstop for 1.5 hours. Oh no, nearly 2 hours. You guys are amazing. Seriously. And for the replay crew, I appreciate you as well. I understand not everyone can catch a live. Sometimes when I manage to catch a live, like I have become a member of Natalie Webster's website channel, sorry, a few weeks ago, and she had a members live at the weekend or on Friday, I can't remember. And then she had another one today, and the previous one, I missed it, so I had to go on replay. But today's member one, I managed to catch it live, so that was. So you see, catching a live for any channels, and there are so many channels that I'm interested in this community, and then for other things as well. Like I said, I follow what's happening with the Karen Reed trial, or the saga after the trial, and then what's happening in that town in Canton, um, which is so unbelievable. And then what hearing from a count no, sorry, a state in America, which is actually not called a state but a commonwealth, which comes from Britain, this word. And then you hear all these places that we have here in Britain, so they have North Canton is in Norfolk County, and I'm like, oh, we have a Norfolk here. And then uh you know it's unbelievable. I feel like I'm watching something in America that is British, even though it's not. I know from old history it used to be, but oh, I love babies. Oh, I love babies. Newborns. Ooh, can you ask your wealthy families to adopt me? But I'm not a baby. Okay, Bonnie, can you sit up because I come on, come here. Let me see if I find a treat. A treat. So you show your face to everyone, Bonnie. They want to meet you. They see Bria. Baxter doesn't want to show himself. I don't know where he is. Come on, sit up. Come, come, come. Madame Drama Queen doesn't want to show her face. And I'm not starting to move my laptop around. And I have a bit of a mess at the moment. So I'm just showing you my cat. My baby. She's so soft. She feels like silk. It's beautiful. Yes. Okay. So let's do it until we go to the half past mark, and then we're done 2 hours. Um, I really really appreciate the journey. I really appreciate you joining as well today. New name. I met new name in Fluffus chat. Uh, Really, I'm gonna have to start finding another name for appreciation because I think I must have said that word 100,000 times tonight. But it comes from the heart. I do really, really appreciate you guys. Now you're going down the sofa. Come here, come here, come here. Show your face. Mm. Come on, show your. No, okay. She's buggering off again. No, she doesn't want. Oh, that was a wet kiss, Bonnie. Oh, come here. Come here. No, she doesn't want to come and show you. The journey says East Coast is something England, old England, but don't think that's the word. It's still USA. Yeah, no, I know it's USA. Yeah, there's a word. Not old England, but I know what you mean, and you are right. Yeah, yeah, but for someone, okay, I live in Scotland now, but I did live 14 years in England. But still, a place that is actually in another country, and you hear all these names. They have Portsmouth, and uh, it's very strange. It's all place. I know, for example, I grew up in Switzerland. I grew up in Zurich. I know Zurich exists in America too. So you probably America has been most, I'm not saying everyone, but most people are actually people from other countries that have come over to the new world, like they used to call it, right? So I mean, there are people in America that have my surname, and they probably only know that their origins are Belgian, but that's about it. You know what I mean? And I don't know what kind of relationship we have, so it's difficult. Oh, we have a little bit of history now. I love history. It's the first colony, so when it became states, the law was British law. Yeah, I understand, but yeah, yeah. Okay, let's continue. Oh, I love this. Was in New England. That's the name. It's time lots of UK names. Yeah. Yeah, new name, New England, that old England. Yeah, well, oh, sorry. South Africa also has many town names named after England. That's true. I've been to South Africa, but I've only been to Cape Town. So I didn't really see much from how you call that, from South Africa. Yeah, I've been traveling a lot with certain companies I worked for in the past, so that was quite nice. From CT, from CT, Connecticut, is it CT, Connecticut? Wait a second, I'm missing. Was in the in this time of UK, Cape Town. Sorry, why did I think about Connecticut suddenly? Cape Town. Oh, yes, that's true. You are from Cape Town. Yeah, I get you now. Oh, gee. Yeah, it's getting late now, right? My brain is like saying, ding dong, it's time. Fluff, are you still around? Okay, give me a second. Let's see if you guys, I mean, I know there's not many with us anymore, but we'll see who we can raid. So, if you fancy to raid someone, I have chosen, but first, coffee, Susie Overholtz. Fluffer, if you're still here, can you drop the link in? Otherwise, I'll do it. Yeah, I thought I was talking to you the journey about CT, and then I realized it was new name. And previously we were talking about Cape. I was talking about Cape Town. Yeah, I mix everything up. But anyway, so whoever wants to continue to watch a chat or watch another live, we're raiding. But first, Coffee Susie Oberholz. I might drop in to say hello to Susie as well. And I thank you so, so much, everyone, for joining me. And I look forward to see you all again. And on Saturday evening, I will do a live zero related to Scientology. Probably I'll do something about Switzerland. Okie dokie. Good night, everyone. And for the ones who are not in the UK and it's in the middle of the day, have a great day. For the replay crew, thank you for watching as well. And I'll see you all. See you. Yeah, well, you see me. I don't see you. Very, very soon. Thank you, Fluffer, for helping me out. I appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Et voilà.